Friends, this is second part of my video. I have covered 50 words in first part and I have covered 50 words in second part. If you haven't watched first part of this video, please do watch it. Now friends, let's continue to our list of GRE top 100 words. Ingenious means very smart or clever. Word ingenious sounds similar to genius. Therefore, ingenious is used for person having clever and innovative skills. Synonyms are clever, nimble, and adroit. She was ingenious at finding ways to work more quickly. Michael was ingenious in her ability to modify plagiarized content. Clever or ingenious businesswoman. Next pair of words is lethargic or indolent, means not liking to work or be active. Indolent contains word dolly. Indolent contains word dolly. Dolly auntie is usually lazy. Therefore, indolent means lazy. Indolent, dolly auntie. Synonyms are sedentary and inactive. If he is deceased, dishonest or indolent, he may be a direct loss to the community instead of gain. Indolent or lazy employee. Next pair of words is inimical or hostile, means likely to cause damage or bad effect, or not friendly. Synonyms are antagonistic, jaundiced, adversary, and antipathetic. Weather has been inimical to agriculture this year. I have always been friendly to her. Why is she so inimical to me? Inimical or hostile toward you. Next word is innocuous, means harmless or not intended to offend or upset anyone. Synonym is safe. For example, they exchanged innocuous conversations about their husbands during lunch. Innocuous or harmless. Innocuous dog. Next word is insipid, means not interesting or exciting, lacking strong flavor. Word insipid sounds similar to inspired. Something that can't inspire us is insipid. Therefore, insipid means not interesting or lacking flavor. Synonyms are vapid, jejune, banal, savorless, and tasteless. For example, we consumed a rather insipid soup. He was said to have an insipid personality. Insipid food. Next word is laconic, means brief or using few words to express what you mean. Synonyms are brief, concise, and terse. There is a mnemonic trick for remembering the meaning of word laconic. The word laconic contains word lack, L-A-C. L-A-C-K, lack, means scarcity or something less. Therefore, laconic means brief or using less words to express what you mean. Synonyms are brief, concise, and terse. When I asked her why she didn't come to the project meeting, she gave me a laconic answer that she wasn't feeling well. Serious actor gives laconic speech. Next word is lionize, means to treat someone as important person. The word lionize contains word lion. Lion is a strong and powerful animal. Therefore, lionize means to treat someone like lion or to treat someone like a very important person. Synonyms are venerate, hallow, and deify. For example, she was lionized everywhere after her novel won the Booker Prize. Can I have your autograph? Schoolboy is lionizing an old man. Next word is lock. Lock is a root word for speak. And word loquacious means liking to talk and talking smoothly and easily. Synonym is garrulous. Loquacious is used for person who talks smoothly and easily, and garrulous is used for person who is very talkative. For example, Sania is a loquacious host of radio talk show. Eloquent means having or showing the ability to use language clearly and effectively. Synonyms are articulate, fluent, and well-spoken. Narendra Modi's speech in election rallies were always eloquent and powerful. An eloquent writer and speaker, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, was one of the founders of the women's rights movement. Grandiloquent means speaking in bombastic, flamboyant or pompous manner. For example, grandiloquent heavyweight champion was famous for his braggadocio prior to every match. Undoubtedly, grandiloquence is the key to get success in politics. Friends, I am repeating this root word once again. Loque is a root word for speak. Loquacious means liking to talk and talking smoothly and easily. And eloquent means having or showing the ability to use language clearly and effectively. Grandiloquent means speaking in bombastic, flamboyant or pompous manner. Next word is magnanimous. Means high-minded, noble, lofty or generous in forgiving others, free of resentment. The word magnanimous contains word magna. Magna is root word for big. Therefore, magnanimous means high-minded or noble or big-hearted. Synonyms are great-hearted and noble. The twins were so different from one another. While Andrea was petty and vengeful and would hold a grudge for years, Marina was quite magnanimous, easily forgiving insults or slights and simply rising above the petty bickering and cliquish behavior of our high school. Donating $28 billion to end polio. He is truly a magnanimous man, Bill Gates. Next word is malign, means causing or intended to cause harm or to criticize someone harshly. Benign means not causing harm or injury, and malign means causing or intended to cause harm. Malign is opposite of word benign. We can remember the meaning of word malign by remembering the meaning of word benign. Synonyms are malevolent, malicious, sinister, vicious and aspersive. For example, the school bully was always maligning other students on the playground by calling them vulgar names. Growing up in a slum had a malign influence on Mark's character as a young man. Maligning attack or dangerous or deadly attack. Snake is having maligning effect on us. Now friends, let's revise these words. Ingenious means very smart or clever. Indolent or lethargic means not liking to work or be active. Inimical or hostile means likely to cause damage or bad effect or not friendly. Innocuous or harmless. Harmless or not intended to offend or upset anyone. Insipid means not interesting or exciting, lacking strong flavor. Laconic means brief or using few words to express what you mean. Lionize means to treat someone as important person. Root word loque. Loque is a root word for speak. Loquacious means liking to talk and talking smoothly and easily. Eloquent means having or showing the ability to use language clearly and effectively. Grandiloquent means speaking in bombastic, flamboyant or pompous manner. Magnanimous means high-minded, noble, lofty or generous in forgiving others, free of resentment. Malign means causing or intended to cause harm or to criticize someone harshly. Next word is mercurial, means quickly and unpredictably changing moods. Fickle. For example, it is tough being married to someone so mercurial. One minute she is happy, the next she is inexplicably depressed. Crying at 01, laughing at 02, sad at 03, smiling at 04, showing mercurial behavior. Next pair of words is meticulous or punctilious. Describes someone of being very particular or careful about something. Synonyms are conscientious, painstaking and scrupulous. The punctilious hostess worries if so much as one fork is out of place on her perfectly set table. Meticulousness, doing work precisely. Next word is misanthrope, means a person who hates mankind. Mis is a root word for hate and anthrop is a root word for human. Therefore, misanthropist means a person who hates mankind. And friends, philanthropist means a person who loves mankind. Phil is a root word for love. For example, I am not a misanthrope, but I hardly do some social work. Misanthrope, hates mankind. Next pair of words is obdurate or stubborn or obstinate or pertinacious or mulish. Means refusing to do what other people want, not willing to change your opinion or the way you do something. Synonyms are inflexible, intractable, and unalterable. For example, my parents remain as obdurate as ever. Trina's obdurate little girl refused to eat her vegetables at dinner. Obdurate donkey, a tull. Next pair of words is abstruse or obscure, means complex or difficult to understand. Abstruse, abs plus truse. It is abstruse task to know the truth of origin of ABC. Therefore, abstruse means complex or difficult to understand. Synonyms are perplexing, puzzling, esoteric, profound, rarefied, highbrow, and recondite. For example, some scientists may understand the Einstein's theory of relativity, but for students, it is abstruse collection of ideas. It is abstruse task to understand the enigma of Bermuda Triangle. Servile or obsequious or subservient means very willing or obedient to obey someone important. For example, waiters usually become obsequious in the presence of celebrities. Manager has obsequious employees who will do anything he tells them to. Definitely this monkey is obsequious. Next word is orthodox, means accepted as true by most people or holding the commonly accepted faith. Gives a reference to someone accepting and closely following the traditional beliefs and customs. Synonyms are conventional, bigot, and staunch. He believes in the benefits of both orthodox medicine and alternative medicine. Aurangzeb, most staunch and orthodox ruler in Indian history. Next pair of words is ostentatious or pretentious, displaying wealth, knowledge, etc. in a way that is meant to attract attention, admiration. Synonyms are pompous and grandiose. They criticized the ostentatious lifestyle of their leader. The ostentatious lifestyle of film stars evokes much interest among the public. Ostentatious, showing off. Next word is pedant, a strict school teacher, one who makes a show of knowledge. A person who annoys other people by correcting small errors and giving too much attention to minor details. The word pedant sounds similar to patent. Pedant scholars who abide by the formal rules file patents. Therefore, pedant means a strict school teacher or a person who annoys other people by correcting small errors. Synonyms are pedagogue and strict teacher. For example, her insistence that the book should be memorized marked the teacher as a pedant rather than a scholar. Pedant teacher. Next word is pellucid, means very clear. The word pellucid contains word lucid. Lucid and pellucid are synonym of each other. Synonyms are lucid, limpid, pellucid, and conspicuous. The pellucid waters that lap upon that island's beaches. Pellucid water. Now friends, let's revise these words. Mercurial means quickly and unpredictably changing moods, fickle. Meticulous or punctilious describes someone of being very particular or careful about something. Misanthrope means a person who hates mankind. Obdurate or stubborn or obstinate or pertinacious or mulish, refusing to do what other people want, not willing to change your opinion or the way you do something. Abstruse or obscure means complex or difficult to understand. Servile or obsequious or subservient means very willing or obedient to obey someone important. Orthodox means accepted as true by most people or holding the commonly accepted faith, or gives reference to someone accepting and closely following the traditional beliefs and customs. Ostentatious or pretentious, displaying wealth, knowledge, etc. in a way that is meant to attract attention, admiration. Next word is pedant, a strict school teacher, one who makes a show of knowledge, a person who annoys other people by correcting small errors and giving too much attention to minor details. Next word is pellucid, means very clear. Now friends, let's come back to our set of GRE top 100 words. Pithy means using few words in a clear and effective way, or containing most important part of something. Word pith means most important part of something. Pithy means containing most important part of something. The word pith sounds similar to Hindi word pita. Pita means father. Father is most important part of a family. Therefore, pith means most important part of something. Synonyms are succinct and concise. The critic gave the film a pithy review. PM Modi is known for verbose or lengthy speech, and Manmohan is known for pithy speech, or he delivers speech using few words. Next pair of words is placate or mollify, means to cause someone to feel less angry about something or to calm down. Synonyms are appease, assuage, conciliate and propitiate. The board placated protesters by agreeing to consider their demands. Man who placates to avoid disagreement. Next word is plausible, means possibly true, believable or realistic. The word plausible sounds similar to possible. Therefore, plausible means possibly true. Synonyms are likely, believable or probable. After end of hunt, for MH 370, no explanation, seems plausible for its demise. Next word is pragmatic, solving problems in a practical and sensible way rather than by having fixed ideas or theories. The word pragmatic contains word pragma. Pragma sounds similar to program. While making program for holidays, we follow practical approach, or we never have fixed ideas or theories. Therefore, pragmatic means solving problems or doing work in a practical and sensible way rather than by having fixed ideas or theories. Synonym is practical. His pragmatic view of public education comes from years of his work in government schools, making programs for a holiday with a pragmatic approach. Education, research, strategy, planning, implement, manage, measure, renewal. This is pragmatic or practical approach to business. Next word is prevaricate, means to be deliberately ambiguous or unclear in order to mislead or to hide information. The word prevaricate contains word varicate. Varicate sounds similar to barricade. The police used barricade to prevaricate what's happening there. Therefore, prevaricate means to be unclear in order to mislead or to hide information. Synonyms are equivocate, lie and fabricate. For example, minister accused the bureaucrat of prevaricating. During the hearing, the witness was willing to prevaricate in order to protect his friend. Here Katrina is saying, I love Salman, I love Sohail, I love Salman, I love Sohail, I love prevaricating. Next pair of words is prodigal or profligate, descriptive of someone who is a spendthrift and reckless with money and other valuable goods, referring to spending large amount of funds without thinking of the future. For example, Carl's behavior has nothing left of his inheritance because of his prodigal behavior and excessive way of living. Profligate boys, they spend money lavishly. Profligate man, just burning money. Next word is profound, something that is characterized by intensity or depth, very strongly felt. Synonym is deep. He loves history. He keeps on reading more and more books on history to have profound knowledge of history. Squirrel is in profound thinking, or squirrel is in deep thinking. Prolific, fruitful or producing large amount of something. Synonyms are fecund, fructuous and fruitful. He is famously prolific author who could produce several works of fiction and non-fiction in a year. The word prolific contains word prolif. Prolif sounds similar to profile. Prolific employees always have a good profile. Next word is prosaic, means dull or ordinary. The word prosaic contains word rose and ache. Rose sounds similar to Hindi word rose or daily, and ache sounds similar to Hindi word ache or one. Rose एक ही तरह की routine is prosaic. Therefore, prosaic means dull or ordinary or boring. Synonyms are humdrum and mundane. He has a prosaic writing style. The guests exchanged prosaic remarks and kept looking at their watches because of the humdrum conversation that was going on. रोज एक ही तरह का काम और prosaic lifestyle of Indian construction workers in Dubai. Delivering prosaic speech. Next word is providential, means happening because of luck. The word providential contains word provident. Profit in provident fund depends upon luck. Therefore, providential means happening because of luck. Synonyms are fortuitous, fortunate, and heaven sent. For example, we had made a providential escape. Providential rains saved the crops. Providential rescue. Next pair of words is prudent or judicious. Sensible and careful when you make judgment and decisions. The word prudent sounds similar to president. Prudent president embodies good sense of judgment. Therefore, prudent is used for people who are sensible and careful when they make judgment and decisions. Antonyms are imprudent and injudicious. For example, a prudent businessman. It is always prudent to start an exercise program gradually at first. Who is more prudent president, Obama or Trump? Prudent lion, analyzing his prey before eating. Now friends, it's time to revise these words. Pithy means using few words in a clear and effective way, or containing most important part of something. Placate or mollify means to cause someone to feel less angry about something or to calm down. Plausible means possibly true, believable, or realistic. Pragmatic means solving problems in a practical and sensible way rather than by having fixed ideas or theories. Prevaricate means to be deliberately ambiguous or unclear in order to mislead or to hide information. Prodigal or profligate means descriptive of someone who is a spendthrift and reckless with money and other valuable goods, referring to spending large amount of funds without thinking of the future. Profound means something that is characterized by intensity or depth, very strongly felt. Prolific means fruitful or producing large amount of something. Prosaic means dull or ordinary. Providential means happening because of luck. Now friends, let's come back to our list of GRE top 100 words. Another pair of words is pugnacious or bellicose or belligerent, means showing a desire to fight or argue. Synonyms are contentious, argumentative, and truculent. Words like pugnacious, bellicose, and belligerent are generally used for those people who show desire to fight, and words like contentious, argumentative, and truculent are used for those people who are quick to argue. For example, Michael was behaving in a pugnacious way when I asked him to do some household work. Pugnacious nature, always ready to fight. Next word is pusillanimous, weak and afraid of danger or frightened of taking risk. The word pusillanimous contains word pusy. Pusy sounds similar to pussycat. Pussycat is always pusillanimous. Therefore, pusillanimous means weak and afraid of danger. Synonym is cowardly. He is too pusillanimous to stand up to his opponents. The authorities have been too pusillanimous in merrily condemning the violence. Pusillanimous cat, afraid of danger. Next word is recalcitrant, means stubbornly refusing to obey rules or orders. There is a mnemonic trick to remember the meaning of word recalcitrant. The word recalcitrant contains word Kelsey. Recalcitrant students always use Kelsey in exam. They stubbornly refuse to obey rules. Therefore, recalcitrant means stubbornly refusing to obey rules or orders. Synonyms are insubordinate, incompliant, contumacious, disobedient, rebellious, and defiant. For example, the judge threatened to charge the recalcitrant witness with contempt of court. Officer was worried that it would be difficult to deal with recalcitrant staff. Recalcitrant student using Kelsey in exam. Recalcitrant student, stubbornly refusing to obey rules. Next word is redundant, repeating and therefore unnecessary, descriptive of going beyond what is necessary or natural. The word redundant sounds similar to abundant. Abundant means present in great quantity. Redundant means repeating or present in great quantity and therefore unnecessary. Synonyms are extra and superfluous. For example, avoid redundant and banal expressions in your writing. Here Amir Khan is asking, what's your name, Ravina ji? Redundant Sala. Next word is reticent, inclined to keep one's thoughts, feelings and personal affairs to oneself or not willing to tell people about things. The word reticent contains word scent. Scent sounds similar to scent. Scents hardly talk to people and they keep their thoughts, feelings and personal affairs to themselves. Therefore, reticent means inclined to keep one's thoughts, feelings and personal affairs to oneself or not willing to tell people about things. Synonyms are uncommunicative, taciturn and reserved. Antonyms are eloquent, garrulous and loquacious. For example, the panel decided to investigate the fraud charges against the company, which has always been reticent about its internal operations. Curtis is reticent about discussing his past life. Reticent, scent. Next word is sanguine, means confident and hopeful. Synonyms are optimistic and hopeful. After elections, we are sanguine about the future of town. My son will be a great musician. Sanguine father is saying. Next word is scrupulous, means careful about doing what is honest and morally right. The word scrupulous contains word cripple. Cripple sounds similar to couple. Newly married couple generally hesitate before an intercourse. They are careful about doing what is morally right. Therefore, scrupulous means careful about doing what is honest and morally right. Synonyms are conscientious, conscionable, ethical, and principled. For example, minister was always scrupulous about his work. Priyanka Chopra is at party. She is trying to abstain from drugs. She is trying to become scrupulous. She is trying to become careful about doing what is honest and morally right. Next pair of words is sporific or somniferous, means causing a person to become tired and ready to fall asleep. The word sporific contains word so. Hindi word so means sleep. Therefore, soporific means something that causes a person to become tired and ready to fall asleep. Synonyms are slumberous and drowsy. For example, some people find a glass of wine to be a sporific addition to night meal. Driving after taking sporific medicine. Read soporific book and soja. Next pair of words is spasmodic or sporadic or fitful. Means happening suddenly and briefly at different times in a way that is not regular. Synonyms are aperiodic, erratic, and irregular. For example, several spasmodic attempts at negotiation have failed. He made spasmodic attempts to clean up the house. For example, sporadic violation of ceasefire by Pakistan. They violate ceasefire at any time. Now let's revise these words. Prudent or judicious means sensible and careful when you make judgment and decisions. Pugnacious or bellicose or belligerent means showing a desire to fight or argue. Pusillanimous, weak and afraid of danger or frightened of taking risk. Recalcitrant means stubbornly refusing to obey rules or orders. Redundant means repeating and therefore unnecessary, descriptive of going beyond what is necessary or natural. Reticent means inclined to keep one's thoughts, feelings and personal affairs to oneself or not willing to tell people about things. Next word is sanguine, means confident and hopeful. Scrupulous means careful about doing what is honest and morally right. Soporific or somniferous means causing a person to become tired and ready to fall asleep. Spasmodic or sporadic or fitful means happening suddenly and briefly at different times in a way that is not regular. Now friends, let's come back to our list of GRE top 100 words. Succinct means using few words to state or express an idea. The word succinct contains word inked. Inked sounds similar to hint. Hint is always short. Therefore, succinct means short or using few words to state or express an idea. Synonyms are brief, laconic, pithy, and concise. For example, please write a succinct report that will provide a concise explanation of the plot of the story. Giving succinct speech or giving to the point speech. Next word is superfluous, descriptive of something which is surplus or more than required. The word superfluous contains words super and fluous. Fluous sounds similar to flow. When there is superflow of water, superfluous amount gets collected. Therefore, superfluous means surplus or more than required. Synonyms are surplus, extra, and redundant. For example, Andy's wife loved to buy new shoes quite often. As a result, she had a superfluous collection with many more than she could ever wear. Anil Kapoor is saying, "Hello Dr. Chandra, thanks. Now I have superfluous hair growth." Next word is taciturn, means tending to be quiet or not speaking frequently. Following picture is a trick to learn the meaning of word taciturn. Mute Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. Synonyms are reticent, close-mouthed, and uncommunicative. Taciturn and reticent are synonyms of each other. Taciturn implies tending to be quiet and reticent implies unwilling to tell people about things. For example, she was extremely reticent about her personal affairs. Being married twice, he was reticent on subject of his private life in interviews. Uses a somewhat taciturn young man. A taciturn young man, he almost never initiates a conversation. Next word is trite, means lacking freshness and originality, lacking effectiveness due to overuse. Synonyms are threadbare, hackneyed, cliched, and banal. His lyrics about love and peace are too trite for me to take them seriously. His remarks were trite and commonplace. Reading most trite message. Next word is trivial, ordinary or not important. The word trivial contains word tree and wheel. Tree sounds similar to third and wheel sounds similar to value. Trivial man or man of third class value. Therefore, trivial means ordinary or not important. Synonyms are frivolous, insignificant, and trifling. It was a day filled with trivial activities. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line until your call is trivial to us or your call is not important to us. Next word is tumultuous, a confused situation in which there is usually a lot of noise and excitement. Synonyms are cataclysmal, stormy, convulsive, and turbulent. After the university administration rejected the students' proposal to stop an increase in fees, there were tumultuous protests on the campus. Tumultuous situation. Next word is vacillate. Means to keep changing your opinion or thoughts about something, especially in a way that annoys other people. Or hesitate. The word vacillate contains word sillate. Sillate sounds similar to oscillate. Just like pendulum oscillate between two positions, or we can say that pendulum vacillates between two positions. The word vacillate means to keep changing your opinion or thoughts about something, especially in a way that annoys other people. Synonyms are fluctuate, waver, hesitate, and oscillate. For example, vacillated for so long that someone else stepped in and made the decision. After the breakup with her boyfriend, Michael seemed to vacillate between angry and very sad. Uncle Donald, vacillating between good and bad. Next word is venerate, means to honor or greatly respect a person or thing. Venerate usually implies holding something or someone as holy or sacrosanct. Synonyms are idolize, admire, respect, and revere. For example, Munshi Premchand is India's most venerated poet. In some cultures, people venerate their ancestors, even leaving food offerings for them. Shah Rukh Khan venerating Big B. I need your autograph. Snakes are venerated in India as religious symbol. Most venerated people of the world, Pope and Dalai Lama. Next pair of words is ruckus or strident or boisterous or vociferous. Means loud and unpleasant or behaving in a very rough and noisy way. The word ruckus contains word rock. Rock sounds similar to rock. Rock music is always loud and unpleasant. Therefore, ruckus means loud and unpleasant or behaving in a very rough and noisy way. Synonyms are hosh, rowdy, riotous, obstreperous, and clamorous. For example, echo of his ruckus voice annoyed me. A large and boisterous crowd attended the concert. Now let's revise these words. Succinct means using few words to state or express an idea. Superfluous means descriptive of something which is surplus or more than required. Taciturn means tending to be quiet or not speaking frequently. Trite means lacking freshness and originality, lacking effectiveness due to overuse. Trivial means ordinary or not important. Tumultuous means a confused situation in which there is usually a lot of noise and excitement. Vacillate means to keep changing your opinion or thoughts about something, especially in a way that annoys other people. Or to hesitate. Venerate means to honor or greatly respect a person or thing. Ruckus or strident or boisterous or vociferous means loud and unpleasant or behaving in a very rough and noisy way. Now friends, I think that one thing is absolutely clear to you. If you learn words and groups, you can learn number of words simultaneously. For example, pugnacious, bellicose or belligerent means showing a desire to fight or argue. Ephemeral or evanescent means lasting for only a short period of time. Therefore, learn words and groups is a perfect strategy to learn 1500 high frequency GRE words. It is strongly recommended to download free Android application on GRE vocabulary using word groups. By downloading this application, you can learn all 1500 words very easily and you can revise these words from anywhere and anytime. Link of application has been given in the description. Please check Android application on GRE vocabulary using word groups. Thanks to all of you for watching. This was my video on GRE top 100 words. Friends, as I have told you, I have already uploaded a video on GRE basic understanding. I have already uploaded a video on GRE top 20 words. I have uploaded a video on GRE top 50 words. And friends, I will upload my next video on GRE top 200 words. And friends, I will upload my videos on GRE top 1000 words. Friends, I am working very hard in making learning words a child play for you. Please subscribe our channel if you haven't subscribed it yet. And if you want to watch my coming videos on GRE top 200 words and on GRE top 1000 words, please subscribe our channel so that you will be notified whenever we upload a new video. Thanks friends for watching once again. I will meet you in my next video.